Hello there and welcome back to my channel, or of course welcome to my channel if you're new. If you are new, then hello, lovely to meet you. My name is Alex, and if you are new here, make sure you stick around and subscribe. If you're not new and you've been here for a while, then why not make sure the notification bell is switched on just so you're notified of every single time that I upload. Now for today's video, I have such an exciting one because we are going to be reviewing a new palette from Bperfect Cosmetics. So Bperfect have come out with this new eyeshadow palette called the Sceptre, and this is in collaboration with the Vivienne. If you don't know who the Vivienne is, she's a drag queen and she won season 1 of Drag Race UK. I have recently fell in love with Drag Race. I actually watched season 2 just after it finished, and then I went back and watched season 1, and I've actually gone and booked a ticket to watch the Drag Race UK tour on my own. So I just thought, you know what, I'm gonna have so much fun watching it. No one else around me really watches it, so I just thought I'm not gonna, you know, I don't want to drag someone, pun intended, I don't want to drag someone along with me that's not going to enjoy it, so screw it, I'm just gonna go on my own. So I'm very excited about that. That's actually in April next year. But yeah, that's who the Vivienne is. She is a fierce drag queen from Liverpool. She is incredible and I love her so much, and her makeup is amazing. So when I saw that she was collaborating with Bperfect, I knew that this palette was going to be so beautiful. So this is what the packaging of the box looks like. It's absolutely beautiful. This palette actually retails for £35.95, which I thought was actually a really good price considering the Carnival is like £42, and I'm sure Jodie showed in her video that this exactly is the same size as Carnival XL Pro, but this one's a little bit cheaper. So the actual palette itself, exactly the same design, which is absolutely stunning. And are you ready to see the inside? So this is what the palette looks like. It is absolutely flipping gorgeous. Now there are 6 bigger pans over this side. The top 2 are a black and a white. They are essential in a drag queen's makeup kit, so I totally get it why she did a big black and a big white. And then you have 2 highlighters here which look absolutely beautiful, a blush and a bronzer slash contour. And I've just realised I've put all my base products on and completely forgot that these were in here. Never mind. But anyway, this is what the palette looks like. There is also a massive mirror in here, so yeah, I absolutely love the look of this palette. We're just going to have some fun today, create a really nice bright colourful look. We're going to try and incorporate some of these other shades. I might see if I can just put a bit of blush on top. Should we just do that? So this blush is called Parasol and it is a beautiful pink blush shade. I actually haven't got that much blush on. It didn't really show up. Oh, okay. Now you can see my blush. Oh god, that is a bit pigmented, isn't it? And not like this is going to make any difference because I've already got highlighter on, but I'm going to take the shade Blinding from the highlighters. And let's see if it makes... Oh, I feel like it did add an extra ping, you know? I can tell them on their own are going to be incredible. I mean, I now have a very pigmented blush on and I feel like the highlighter just made it beam just a little bit more. And the contour slash bronze shade looks a little bit too dark for me. I have already got a bit of contour on, so I'm just going to leave that shade for now. But anyway, wasn't expecting to do that halfway through the intro. Very sorry for my lack of thinking before I start filming. I am now going to swatch this palette. I'm going to swatch absolutely everything in the palette. Then we can do a very nice, bold, colourful eye look, and then I'll give you my thoughts and opinions at the end. So let's get into it. So this is the left side of the palette. So you have the 3 shimmery shadows at the top. You have the black, the white, the 2 highlighters, the blush, and the bronzer slash contour. These are so beautiful. So pigmented, so creamy. They went on like a dream. I mean, look at them. The black, very impressive. The white I had to build up a few times to get this pigmentation. The highlighters look absolutely stunning, like even on my arm there, I know they'd be absolutely unreal on the cheekbones. Kind of reminds me of the ABH one that they released recently, where it had like an icy undertone but it reflects gold. So that could possibly be a good dupe. This blush, absolutely beautiful. Look how pigmented that is. I love that shade. It is everything. And the bronzer slash contour, I don't think this is for fair skin tones. It's just a little bit too dark. So yeah, those are the face pans and the 3 shadows at the top. Okay, this is the first and second row of the eyeshadow side. So already we have 4 variations of pink, and to be honest with you, I can't actually tell a massive difference between these 2 pinks and these 2 pinks. Like, to me, they look the same and they look the same. There's like maybe like 1 or 2 shades difference. I don't know, what do you think? I think, like, I can obviously tell this one is like 1 shade darker than that, and this one, honestly, they look pretty similar. I love the shades in here. This was a little bit difficult to swatch. I had to build that up a couple of times. But I love the colours in here. Like, wait until you see the rest of the palette swatch, because I love the colours in here. I love that there are neutrals in here as well, so you can reach for this every day if you want to. So let's swatch the rest of the palette. Okay, so this is the rest of the palette swatched. Beautiful colours in here. I love the tones. I did see a couple of Make Me Up Mrs. patrons comparing this to the Carnival XL Pro, so there are definitely some similar shades, like especially like this green. I couldn't remember, I think the purple was similar, maybe one of the blues or something. So, you know, some shades are similar, but to be honest with you, no person who's collaborating with a palette is going to focus on what's already been done. They're going to focus on what shades they actually want in their palette, so it doesn't really bother me, to be honest. Some of these, I'm not going to lie, were a bit hard to swatch. This purple, this red as well, they just felt a little bit hardly pressed, but I have got some pigment on there. But the real test will obviously be how it performs on my eyes, so let's get into it. Okay, I'm gonna do a Make Me Up Miss kind of look today, so we're gonna go super creative, so let's get into it. The first shade that I'm gonna dip into is the black, this one here. Obviously I don't need to point to it because it's black. And I'm just going to take some of that on a Morphe M506 brush, yeah. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to, you know, stamp this in kind of like a circle shape and bring it on my lower lash line as well. Okay, next I'm going to take the red in the palette, which is called Boss Lady, this one here. And I'm just going to blend this on the front half of this black line here, so just like that. Okay, next I'm going to take the purple in the palette, which is called Purple Rain, this one here, and this is going to go the other side. Next, I'm going to take one of the many pinks in this palette, this one here, which is called Pink Lady, and I'm going to blend that just above that red. And then I'm going to take the blue, or one of the blues, this one here, which is called Skydive, and this one is going above the purple. It honestly, I know it looks like a hot mess, but it won't at the end, don't worry. So after this blue, I'm going to add the lime green in the palette, which is called Waste. And then lastly, for the very, very outer edge, I'm going to take the shade Bubble, if it wants to focus, there we go, on a big fluffy brush. And I'm literally just going to dust this on the very outer edges like that. Right, this looks crazy, so I'm gonna now hop off camera for a second. I'm just gonna go back through all the shades, I'm gonna reblend everything, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I've gone back through and like blended all of the shades out. It still looks a little bit messy, but trust me, when all the cut crease and stuff is on, it's going to come together. I just want to finesse my lower lash line because I obviously don't want to leave it just black. So I'm going to take the Pink Lady shade and just kind of add that onto the bottom. And then I'm just going to add a bit of the green to connect the pink. Okay, next what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my ABH eye primer, which by the way was what I used to prime my lids. I don't think I said that. I'm just going to pop a little bit on my hand. I'm going to do that trick that Missa did, and she like puts it across her lash line, looks up, and then that's kind of where your middle cut crease will be. So I'm going to do this on both sides, fill it in, and I'll be right back. Okay, so these are the cut creases in the middle of my lid, and now we're going to take one of these beautiful shimmers. I'm going to take the shade Marshmallow, which is this pan here. It has kind of the gold reflect. It's quite similar to that glazed highlighter. That shimmer, by the way, is absolutely stunning. So pigmented, don't need to wet it, and it goes on so pigmented. For this outer corner, I'm going to take the Skydive shade that we used on our lid, and I'm just gonna place it on the outer part of that, like so. And then for the inner part of that, I'm going to take Pink Lady, the pink that we used. And then for my inner corners and brow bone, I'm going to take the shade Bath Bomb, which is the lightest eyeshadow shimmer. Okay guys, we are finally done. This is the completed eye look. It's definitely not the best. The blending could have probably been improved, but this is the gist of the type of eye look that I was going for. I really hope you like it. Obviously very different to what I usually do, but I did want to push myself out my comfort zone today. I'm going to quickly hop off camera. I'm just going to put some lashes and mascara on, and then I'll be right back with my final thoughts on the Vivienne palette. Right guys, so I'm back, and this is my completed look. So for my lashes, I actually used ones from Bperfect. Funny enough, these are the Vibes ones that I've used so many times. Absolutely love these. My mascara is the Benefit Bad Girl Bang. Again, I should probably try and use some different mascaras in these videos. I'm always wearing that. And then my lips that I've had on the whole time, it's just a Huda Beauty Demi Matte. This is what the colour looks like, and it's in the shade Mogul. I really hope I'm pronouncing that right. I'm so sorry if I'm not. So yeah, this is my completed look. Very out there, very different for me. Usually I go down a bit of an easier route than this, but I wanted to have a bit of fun today. I wanted to do something a little bit creative. So let me know down below what you think. So now let's sit down and finally speak about the Sceptre palette. So firstly, I love the packaging. I think the Vivienne did a great job with the packaging. I love the crowns. Oh, it just looks so beautiful. I love it. I love that this is the same size as the Carnival XL Pro, because honestly that is one of my favourite palettes. So this is in exactly the same kind of packaging in cardboard. It also has a mirror inside, which is just a bonus, and the colour story in here is absolutely gorgeous. I love that there's face products in here as well. I love the blush shade, and the highlighters are so stunning. I'm not sure if they're going to be deep skin tone friendly, but this one does remind me of the Anastasia Beverly Hills new one that they've come out with recently. The colour story is absolutely beautiful, I must say. I feel like she could have maybe changed up these pinks a little bit with maybe some different shades, or a really light pink, because I just feel like these look a little bit samey to me. I love that there's a variation of different shades from the rainbow. You've also got neutrals in here that you can play with. There is also glitter in here, which I don't think I actually mentioned. There is a gold glitter in here if you are a glitter type of person. I love the shimmers in here. What I feel was lacking in the Carnival XL Pro was like light enough shimmers for me, for my inner corner and brow bone. But honestly in here, there's quite a lot of choice. You have the 2 highlighters, and then you have the 3 shades down the side here. There is also a purple shimmer, and of course we can't forget these ones up here. So I think she did a really good job with the colour story. There just probably are a couple of shades I would have swapped out. I love the fact that there's a big black and a big white, especially for drag queens. That's really helpful. And in terms of the actual formula of this palette, the shimmer absolutely blew me away, I'm not gonna lie. It was so pigmented, I didn't need to wet it, and it was just so beautiful. So I'm very impressed with the shimmers. I'm actually also really impressed with the matte shades, considering I used about oh god, I don't know, about 8 different matte shades. I have hardly any fallout, and I use black as well. Like, I had a tiny bit of fallout, but nowhere near as much as I thought I was going to get. Like, I'm super impressed that there was hardly any fallout, and the mattes are really nice and pigmented. I think if you want to pick this up, kind of depends if you love the colour story or not. I feel like these shades are just a little bit more muted compared to the Love Tahiti and the Carnival XL Pro. There are definitely some shades that are similar. It doesn't really matter to me, because if I was to create my own palette, I wouldn't be thinking of what shades have already been done in other palettes. I'd be thinking of what shades I would want in my own palette. But yeah, I'm obsessed with everything. I'm obsessed with the packaging, colour story, pigmentation, payoff, minimal fallout. I think if this is your type of palette, if you love the colours in here, I would definitely give this a go. It's only £35.95, and Make Me Up Missa does actually have a discount code, which is just Missa20. I'll leave it linked down below, and I'll leave the discount code down below, so you can actually get 20% off of this as well. So yeah, I'm very impressed with this. I am going to recommend it. I mean, I created such a gorgeous explosion of like rainbow colours. I feel like this is very Pride Monthy as well. So yeah, I'm so excited about this palette. Definitely recommend it. If you've tried this, please let me know down below, because I would love to know your thoughts. So that is it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please let me know by smashing the thumbs up button. Comment down below and let me know what you think of this palette. Would you pick it up? Were you going to give it a miss? Like, I'd love to know your thoughts and opinions down below. And of course, if you haven't already, please subscribe down below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.